Welcome back to another episode. Hope you've been having a good day. I have also been having a good day, kind of. I have, as you can see, in my hand, some turtle items. I've been working with turtles, and I gotta say, it's quite possibly one of the worst things you can do in Minecraft. But we got 7 scoots, we had 5 more to make a turtle shell, and we've got a ton of turtle eggs, because I'm gonna make a scoot farm, I guess, I think is what they're probably called. I don't know exactly how the turtle farms work, but we're gonna make a turtle farm. But I had to show this because I thought this was really funny. This is what I look like with the turtle helmets on. It reminds me of like those little kids that like put on an army helmet or something. They want to go and help, you know, the army or something. I don't know. I think it's really funny looking. It just looks super oversized on my head. It just covers my eyes. Yeah. Pretty good stuff. But anyways, we need to get working on the project because we have a massive project to do and some explanation as to why it's been so long since my last episode. So in our last episode, we worked a bit on the castle, and let me see if I can get parts of it loaded in without any big spoilers. There we go. Okay, so we were working on that guy right there. And in between doing this, I actually filmed and made an entire episode. I didn't like it, and I'm deciding to just scrap the entire episode. I also started filming another episode because we did a lot of work over at Spawn on something. And again, I didn't like it. Wasn't a big fan of just, you know, skipping everything that I did over here in the episode that I completely scrapped. So instead, everything that we filmed for the episode that you aren't going to ever see, we're just going to show off right now. Welcome to what I believe to be eventually my biggest project yet. So, as you can see, we have put up some scaffolding, pillar foundations. Oh boy. For a giant build that we're going to be working on. Let me find a good spot. Yes, as you can see, we have a large addition to the castle coming, and it is considerably bigger than the 2 front pieces, and that makes me very happy. Now, originally I was never going to plan on adding more to the castle. I just couldn't help myself. I saw like some pictures of like Bloodborne stuff, and I think that Life of Pi game with Pinocchio, or Life of P, that's what it is. And it just looked super cool. So I just had to do it. I had to. So, let me do a quick refresher on what we did in the episode you'll never see. We added lamps. Very nice, very nice. We spent some time making some lamp designs. Made this little cart. I think I'm going to add some tables here. And we started adding a ton of details around the castle. So we actually went in, did some breaking up parts on the castle. We added more lamps, but also the royal pub. Reserved seats are required to eat at the royal pub, which is not done. We made a banner for the area, very simple. We made a little market stall area where you can come and buy some foods. You got your fresh fruits over here where we made some fruit stand. We got our park employees out here serving the foods. You can also order over here. You can get full chicken. Oh, you can't even read that because of his head. Full chicken for $14. Very nice. Half a chicken for $8. It's called meat sweats. Very nice. Tasty meat sweats. And they just got raw meat sitting out here in the open. So, you know, meat sweats is probably real good. But yeah, then you can order your meat and you come over here and you pay, and when you're sitting over there waiting at your table, they'll eventually call your name and you can come pick up your order. Very nice. We also did some clever lighting tricks here. So we added, for example, this little candle, which lights up this area a bit by just adding a bunch of junk so it looks like it's coming out of the harbor or dock area. And we also added a little bit more here, putting another lamp. And it just makes it so most of this area is pretty safe. The only unsafe area is pretty much right there. I'll figure something out eventually. Let's see. Castle Escape. Yep, I think I added that. Don't know when. Added a bunch of lamps over here. Very nice, very nice. And I think that's pretty much everything we did. We didn't do a whole lot. You can see why I probably scrapped this episode. But if we come on up, I want to show you one last bit of detail before we get building. So inside we added a floor. Let's take a quick look. It's not too great. Very nice, very nice. But then when you walk on out over here, as you can see, it leads to another layer. And that is what we're going to start working on today, is adding layers and height to the area even more than what we had before. So back here down behind the Royal Pub, as you can see, we've got this cool big wall section now that you walk on, and we might add some like sewer looking stuff down here. Looking very nice. So we've got a ton of building, and I want to get going on it. So I'm just going to start building and see where it gets us. So let's start adding in some walls potentially to this massive structure here. We also need to work on this second building as well. I think I'm going to try and get everything done in one episode. We'll see how it goes. But let's go. All right, so if you look carefully, you can see a little bit of an addition to that side bit right there. So let's fly across the river here, or lake, and you can see some stuff coming in. Now, this has already taken me a very long time just to get this base part done right here. And mostly we're just copying at the moment. So we have this slot and this slot right here. They're exact copies of these guys. But then we added this nice little center section where it kind of indents a little bit more. We've got some lights down here. Then up there we added like some, these are just walls or whatever. And we just did a pattern with the cobblestone slash andesite. And that's as far up as it goes. And then we kind of started working on a little balcony thing right here, or whatever we put right there. And that's it. So already I'm realizing the scale of this. This has taken me a long time just getting that one side done, and we still got to do the other side to match it now. And we haven't done anything else. We haven't done like the sides of the buildings or anything either. So I'm thinking, depending on how long it takes me to get this whole thing built, we might only end up doing like the front-facing facade of this guy. It will take some time, I think, but I'm feeling a little ambitious still, so we'll see. But something I do want to point out. Let's see if I can get a good view. It's really hard to get a good view of this spot. Nope, this is a horrible view. Right here is great. So as you can see in this section, we started adding a lot of detail. So we've got that little archway, and then it goes in one, and then it goes in more, and there's, you know, different shapes, and then it pops out like 3 levels. And the reason I want to bring this spot up is because this is what I want to start taking a lot of inspiration from for the rest of the structure going up. I want there to be a lot of layers and depth into the walls. So one thing that I didn't like about the first 2 builds, this guy and this guy, is they look fairly detailed, but they really don't actually have that much going on. Pretty much just like, you know, an archway and then the window. So we're going to really try and experiment with having a lot of depth and different layers in a very compact area such as this. So we're going to see how we do that, and I think it will be pretty easy, especially once we start working on sections like this guy right here, this big square. I think that will provide a lot of opportunity for some serious detailing. Maybe a huge big circle mosaic looking thing might look cool. But first we need to get this side done. So let's get that done. And there we go. Just like that, we have the other side done. And we've started working a tiny bit up top. Now, in between the last clip, it's been a minute because I've also been spending some time planning out this section. So this whole project is probably going to take me way too long to do it in one video, unfortunately. So I think we're going to actually just do the face of this. Sad day, I know. It's not going to be as cool, but that guy and the rest of this thing will have to wait. But yeah, so we've basically planned this whole thing, and I'm going to attempt to build it right now, I think. Maybe with a little bit of a time lapse. But as you can see, we got this spot all in. It's looking pretty nice. I can't remember if I added... Oh, no, I haven't added the... Yeah, so I still actually need to catch up this side. But, yeah. I think this looks good. It's making the whole place look quite thick. I mean, I can't even really get a view where I can see both sides. That's cool. But let's get into a very short time lapse real fast. Alright, I don't remember if I've put this in any videos yet, but there's a big cave right here, and I have hired SimSavaBim to come and make me a giant mushroom in it, so she's going to finally reveal it. I'm very excited to see it. She's been working on it for some time now, and it's been hidden behind a dirt wall, so let's join into a call, I think. Alright, do we just go in?
I think, yes, let's just go in. I'm trying really hard not to look at your giant castle, but like I said, go watch Sam's video.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, yes, here it is.
There we go. Wow. The cave's bigger than I last saw it.
Is it actually bigger, or is it just...
I think so, yeah. It looks like you dug it down quite a bit.
Yes, this looks awesome.
Very nice.
I remember Sam saying he wanted roots that you could walk through at the bottom. That's cool.
This is way bigger than I expected it to be. This is sick.
Yeah, this looks awesome.
Yeah, good in a good way.
Nice job, SimSavaBim. This looks...
I agree.
Incredible.
I need it smaller. Just kidding. Is this your biggest one? This seems huge.
Yeah, it's big.
Is it bigger than the other ones? Hard to tell.
Yeah, it is.
Nice. Yeah, I might put like water down in the bottom or something and have like water going through the roots.
That would be cool.
Do it.
I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I'll have to get onto the because I'm going to use like RTX to mess around with it and make it look like Pandora in here. But this is sick. Thank you very much. Alrighty. We have a beautiful mushroom from SimSavaBim. She was making this for, I believe, a couple of vouchers that I had for project vouchers from her. So, pretty nice. This cave, though, is going to be a cave that I'll be building a, sort of inspired from Pandora, from Avatar, where it's going to be all glowing and have lots of plants and stuff, and there's going to be little bridges and things that you can walk under the mushroom through, and it might lead to like a cave ride or something like that. And it will look really cool with a shader pack that I found that makes all the plants in Minecraft glow. So yeah, pretty exciting, and that's the whole reason I've been keeping it in a cave as well, because when you walk in here, it won't look as cool if you don't have the pack on, so I'm gonna have to turn on the pack every time I walk in here. But let's go take a look at what we've done. We have a massive section built. Now, originally I was going to build both sections. Didn't have the time for it. This was hard for me to make. I was experimenting with some new time-lapse editing, and it turned into a very long project, but man, does this thing look cool. So we really started to, as you can see, let's find a good spot to look at this. Up here, I think, will be perfect. We really have started to bring the wall out and stuff. So the wall is still straight and everything, but as you can see, there's like this section that really pops out right here. These sections really indent inwards. We've also got the things that we worked on down here as well that pop out pretty far. And I think it really adds to the look of it, makes it seem just kind of crazy and lots of detail up there. And instead of it just being a flat wall, there's a lot more to look at now. So this is looking super cool. Very excited about it. Yes. I just keep like, I can't stop looking at it. It's it's one of those builds where I'm really happy with how it looks. So we need to do the other side though. No time lapse this time. Instead, we're just gonna do a let's see, the moon is right there. We gotta remember that for when we come back from our cut. Bam! There we go. Both sides are done. Very nice. We also went and added on, when we were working on this side, I realized I didn't put these little lamps in, so we added them on both sides. I think it, especially with the shaders, gives this really cool look. And I also noticed when I'm sitting up here, it's really cool because I feel like I'm in this castle, like in the sky almost, because you can hardly see the ground. Unless you're looking straight down, but otherwise, I mean, just looking around, like you just see sky. It's really cool. Now, we need to get working on this section right here. So what I'm thinking is right about here, we're gonna have a little walkway, platform, balcony thing, with maybe a small door here or something like that, or a biggish door. But then, right above it is where we need to start making some critical decisions here on how it's going to look. I'm thinking either a big window with a very fancy design that's like a circle, or similar to the big window, instead it would just be a circle, but a clock face. So, yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm probably going to have to go into my creative testing for that and mess around, because that's going to be some, you know, much harder things to plan out. But we can at least get working on this, this little balcony right now, and potentially a couple sections for the doorway here. When I say sections, I mean like, you know, segments like this. So, yeah, let's get working on that. We've done a little bit of decoration here, and I think it's looking pretty good. I actually got some help from Montezuma for some ideas and some building tips from him. So we added in these little archways here, which are pretty much just copies of those right there. But I think they definitely help. They take away from the gross little box. And then we added a railing thing. I'm not sure how I like it so far, but I think it's okay because it doesn't need to stand out much. Anyways, we got to start working on some doors now. I'm going to build 2 doors. And again, we're going to copy. We're just going to copy this door right here, and we're going to build 2 of them up top. And we got to start making a little bit of some windows potentially, and just get this first layer done. But before we do any of that, you can't see my face. Before we do any of that, we got a problem to sort out. Oh, look, if I shift, you can see me shift. Whoa! Montezuma thinks he's real funny. And he went and did a prank on me. I saw it in his video. You could have just heard it. There was a little bell. I wasn't rambling. We've got a problem where he hid a whole bunch of chickens. See, just happened again. Chickens with bells. And they've been here for like, I don't know, a couple weeks now, because I've been wanting to record this. Oh, and they are so annoying. So we're gonna go through, remove these stupid these stupid bells and chickens, because I am so sick of them. Also, I know in the video that he had 4 of them, and I have found 2 of them. These 2 right here. Pretty easy ones to find. Wow, that's annoying. But the other 2, I have absolutely no idea where they are. So, we've got a lot of looking to do. I honestly, this could just be the waiting game now. Because I just removed the two that are like easy to find. So now maybe we just have to wait and listen, I suppose. Because I have no idea where they would be. I haven't seen any. So yeah, that could be an issue. I mean, maybe he only did two. I have no idea. But we're gonna have to get back at Montezuma. Actually, he got back at me because I've been doing a lot of stupid boat pranks on him, but that is no excuse for him pranking me. He does not have the right to do that. So we're gonna have to get him back with some creative idea. Okay. We have a bit of work done. Yoo-hoo. So, basically, we just copied this little door right here. And we put two of them in. And I think they turned out pretty nice. There's a couple things I wanted to show the details of real fast. So, we've got our standard window design right here. But then we got this cool door. I like it. I like the buttons. It looks nice. Then, this is hard to get a view of. Whoop. We did this little design. I think it's all right. It didn't have to be too flashy because this isn't going to be the focus of this face right here. But we put in some lodestones, so that's nice. And then we did a little thing right here where we just popped it out, put in some buttons, put in the glass panes again, so that way it pops out that wall. Also, I'm not sure if I have my glass texture on, so you can actually see the glass panes right now, unfortunately. But, yeah, I think this looks pretty nice. It's just a lot of heavy detail. I kind of wanted it to be a lot of detail. And now, it is time to work on the centerpiece, the big circle window thingy. I'm going to have to do a lot of planning on this. I have no idea what to do. I don't know how I'm going to make it, but I think we can do this. I've been looking up some inspiration and different building tips for making these type of windows. So, let's, I think let's do a time lapse and finish off the build. Let's go. And there it is. The Gothic looking castle, cathedral, I don't know, Bloodborne inspired build is mostly done. We definitely, I think, got very ambitious with this project, and we're quickly humbled. But man, does it look pretty cool. As you can probably tell, there's probably some ugly viewpoints, like this scaffolding's the scaffolding for this building, sorry. And if I fly up here and look at the backside, boo boo boo, not so great looking. But the front looks really cool. And I gotta say, this project has taken me a ridiculous amount of time. Not only the building, but the editing the episode, making the episode, and having even the motivation to make the episode. It's really killed my motivation, honestly. So I'm gonna have to take it slower, take a, more reasonable approach to some of my episodes. So that way I'm actually motivated to make these videos. But it's looking really cool. Obviously, pretty much any point I stand, you can really tell that it is just giant. Oh, let's fly it back actually to the top of it, because when you're up here, you realize just how quickly this thing is the biggest build around my base. I believe it may be taller than all the mountains. Actually, that mountain you can barely see, but it looks like it might be taller. Can't tell, though. But, like, the park entrance down there, which I've been working on, by the way, it looks like a miniature little thing here, so... And it's quite fun to jump off of and fly through everything. I don't think it was in the time-lapse at all, because it was something I thought of afterwards. But the little arches here, I kind of just copied this thing right here in a way, but just a miniature scale of it. So we have some like little tiny arches up here. Makes a really nice shape, I think. After several months of not uploading anything or putting off this build, I'm happy to say it's at a point where I can upload the video and be proud of the work that I have done. So if you stuck all the way through the episode, thank you very much. This feels like a very messy episode to me just because it's taken so long to make, and I honestly couldn't remember what I had like filmed from previous clips. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.